Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga with Susan. Today's class, we're going to be focusing on gratitude. Sometimes in a yoga class they say set an intention, so our intention today will be to be grateful. And also I'll be doing a few little affirmations during this class. We're going to start with our hands at our heart. If you want, you can close your eyes. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. Taking a breath in, lifting your heart. And when you exhale, you can think to yourself, I am grateful for this breath. Let's do that twice more. Nice big inhale. Exhaling, thinking, I am grateful for this breath. One more time, breathing in. Exhale, I am grateful for this breath. All right, let's bring our arms up. Let's cross our arms and then bring our arms down, crossing in front. Let's do this a few times. Inhaling up, crossing maybe the other way. Exhaling down, crossing the other way. Let's do that again, taking a breath in and a breath out. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Let's rotate our shoulders, maybe one at a time today. Rotating our shoulder around in a circle and back the other way. And then let's do the other side, rolling our shoulder and back the other way. All right, and then maybe both shoulders together a few times. All right, and then we're here in our mountain pose. Okay, we're going to take a step up to the top of our mat. I guess I'll do it this way. Stepping to the top of our mat. And then we're going to take a breath in, bringing our arms up, looking up, a breath out, folding forward. Another breath in, coming halfway up. And now on this breath out, we're putting our hands down on the mat. You're going to have to bend your knees. And we're going to step back with just one leg. So you're keeping one foot between your hands. If you want, you can lower this back knee. Otherwise, if you want to keep your knee lifted, either way, having your knee down or up, we're coming into crescent pose. If your knee is down, you're in a low lunge. And if your knee is up, you're in high lunge or crescent. We're going to have our hands at our heart. We're going to think to ourselves, I am grateful for this day. And now we're doing twisting crescent. So for me, I have my right leg forward. We're doing both sides, so it doesn't matter. But if you have your right leg forward, you'll bring your left elbow past your right knee if you're able to. And we have a little twisting crescent happening here. And maybe splitting your arms, if that works for you, with one arm outside your leg and the other arm up in the sky, or you can keep your hands together. Let's come back to the center. We're going to frame our foot again. We're going to step back into plank pose. And then we're going to lower down. We're lowering both knees. And then the rest of ourselves. Here we are in our Sphinx pose. We're going to take a couple breaths here and think to ourselves, I am grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for this opportunity. All right, let's come into our, we're going to come into tabletop just to move into downward dog. So here we are, downward dog. Tucking our toes, lifting our hips, downward facing dog. Let's bend one knee, straighten the other, and then switch. Your toes are still on the ground. You're not moving your toes. You're just lifting and lowering your heel, bending your knee. All right, and then let's walk up to our hands. We'll have a little forward fold here, holding opposite elbows. You can have a bend in your knees, letting head hang down. Just folding, hanging down. And then we'll rise back up to standing. We're going to do the other side. So we're coming to the, I'm going to come to this way so I'm facing the right way. All right, we're going to inhale up, exhale down. Coming halfway up on the inhale, putting both hands down. Try to remember which foot you stepped back with before and step back with the other one. So for me, I have my left foot forward, my right foot back. And again, if you want, you can lower your knee. It makes it a little easier, or you can do the crescent pose. We're rising up into crescent. Our hands are at our heart, and we're going to twist now the other way. So I'm feeling very wobbly on this side, so I am going to lower my knee, but feel free to have your knee raised. And we're going to turn to the side, bringing our elbow towards our knee. And let's think to ourselves, I am grateful for this moment. And if you want, you can split your arms here if your arm comes in front of your leg. Or you can have your hands together. So this is twisting low lunge. And on the other side, it was called twisting crescent, if you care what the things are called. All right, we're going to frame our foot. If your knee is down, we're going to lift it back up. We're coming back into the plank. We're going to hold plank just for not long, not a minute, a breath. We're going to hold it for a breath. And then we're going to lower our knees, coming into the Sphinx pose again. All right, very nice. And now we're going to come into child's pose. So for child's pose, we're going to come back into tabletop just for a second. We can tuck, not tuck, but cross our big toes back behind us. I like to do child's pose with wide knees, but you can keep your knees together. And then here we are, child's pose. For child's pose, you can have your arms extended, or you can have your arms alongside your body, or if you want, you can stack your forearms and have your forehead on your forearms. So your choice. Here in child's pose, let's think about something that makes us grateful. So you're thinking about your own thing this time. Something that makes you grateful, something that makes you happy. So let's stay here just a little bit thinking about things that make us happy. And then we're going to come back to tabletop. Let's walk our hands just a little bit more forward so they're not exactly under your shoulders here because we're coming into down dog and you might want a little more space. We're going to tuck our toes, lift our hips. Here we are, downward facing dog, one of my favorite poses. And today here in downward dog, we're going to try this little twisting thing. So we're going to bring our right hand to our left. We're going to try to bring it to our left ankle. So if your hand does not reach your ankle, don't worry about it. Maybe you're like this, or maybe you can reach your ankle. We're just going to hold this just for a little bit longer and then come back to our downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side, twisting to the other side. Maybe looking under your arm here on the other side. Or you don't have to do the twisting if you don't like it. Doesn't matter. You can just be in downward dog. And then let's walk up to our hands and roll up to standing. All right. Good job. Even if you're just watching, you're doing good. All right. Excellent. I'm going to take a breath here. And sigh it out. Okay. I'm actually doing this video like on the weekend before Thanksgiving. But I know at Thanksgiving, we always think about being grateful for things, but being grateful is something we should do all throughout the whole year. Let's have our hands at our heart. We're going to bend one knee and then open our knee to the side. We're coming into tree pose. So maybe when you're driving down the street, you can think, wow, what a beautiful tree. I'm grateful for that tree. If you want, you can raise your foot up, maybe making some branches here in our tree pose, maybe your hands above your head. Oh, what beautiful trees. It's a whole forest full of beautiful trees. I'm so grateful for that whole forest of trees. All right, let's come back to our mountain. Take a breath. We'll do the other side. Hands at our heart, bending our knee, opening our knee to the side. On tree pose, feel free to just leave your foot at your ankle if you're feeling wobbly. Or if you want, you can move it up. You can move it all the way up to half lotus if you want. I personally will not be demonstrating that. Let's make some branches, and it's okay if your tree's blowing in the wind today. All right, maybe your hand above your head. I'm grateful for nature. Oh, I love nature. All right, very nice. Let's come back to our mountain. All right, we're going to come into a squat. All right, so we have our feet a little bit apart. Our toes are pointed out. Hands are at our heart. So we're coming into squat. Maybe your squat is just a little bit, maybe it's a little bit more, maybe it's a little bit more. Maybe you like to squat all the way down. So it doesn't matter how far your squat is. If you're squatting all the way down, you can have your knees inside, sorry, that would be your elbows inside your knees. So however far your squat is today, let's think to ourselves, I am grateful for this experience. I'm grateful for this experience. All right, very good. We're just gonna sit down now, sitting down on our mat. Let's put the soles of our feet together. We're coming into the butterfly, sitting up nice and tall. Our hands can be at our heart again. Let's come forward, maybe thinking about resting your hands on your feet. And however far forward works for you. And again, thinking about something that makes you grateful. Taking a few breaths here, breathing in and out. We'll sit up. We're going to have both legs straight out in front of us. Let's bend one knee. You can cross that foot over or leave it alongside, your choice. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to turn towards our bent knee. So sitting up tall first, and then turning slowly towards the bent knee side. Being grateful I'm grateful for my friends and my family, or whatever it is that's making you grateful today. Let's think about whatever that is. We'll come back to the front. Let's straighten our legs. We're going to bend the other one, cross it over, sitting up nice and tall, and turning to the side again, twisting to the other side this time. Maybe you're grateful for your neighbors or people that you see on the street. You could be grateful for the strangers even. Oh, just grateful for everyone in the whole world. All right, let's come back to the center. Let's shake our legs out. Let's make some cactus arms today. We've got our cactus, and then we're thinking about bringing our cactus back a little bit so our shoulder blades kind of go together. Let's bring our cactus up to straight arms, and then back to the cactus. Let's do that again. We've got straight arms, cactus. I'm grateful for water. Straight arms, cactus. Let's do a little twisting thing, twisting a little bit with our cactus arms here, twisting side to side a couple times. All right, let's come to lay down on our back. We're going to do the figure 4. This is another one of my favorites. All right, we're going to cross our left ankle on our right knee. Our left knee goes out to the side. If you want, you can reach between, hold the back of your right thigh. And if you want even more, you could straighten that right leg. So this is how it's a figure 4, it's upside down 4. But you don't have to do that. If that doesn't work for you, you can keep your knee bent or you can keep your foot on the floor. Your choice. We'll hold it for a little bit. I'm grateful for yoga. So whatever things you're grateful for, oh, I just have so much gratitude for so many things. And it's good to feel gratitude all the time, not just on Thanksgiving. All right, let's put that down. We're gonna do the other side, crossing our, would be right ankle on your left knee, getting your right knee out to the side, and then if you want, you can fold behind your left thigh. Up to you if you want to do that. Maybe straightening your left leg if you like that. And let's hold this one for a little bit. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's bring both knees in. We'll just kind of circle our knees around, like we're drawing little circles on the ceiling. And then we'll go the other way around a few times. And then let's do a little abdominal one, just for fun. All right, so we're gonna be on our sit bones. We have our knees bent with our feet on the floor. We're gonna come back a little bit. So you're kind of leaning back just a little bit. We're holding an invisible ball here between our hands. And we're gonna turn to the side with this invisible ball. Actually today, instead of a ball, we're gonna have our hands at our heart. Sorry about that, because we're doing the gratitude thing. We're gonna turn to the side with our hands at our heart. We're coming back to the middle, and we're turning to the other side, and back to the middle. So you're not sitting up straight, you're kind of, well, your back is straight, but you're bending back a little bit to add on to this little twisting thing. All right, back to the middle. Let's twist the other way. Back to the middle, one more time each way with this little twisting thing. Middle, and twisting, and middle. All right, let's lay back down. We're gonna do happy baby today because we're so happy about all these things that we're grateful for. We have our arms inside of our knees. Knees are bent. If you cannot reach the outside edges of your feet, feel free to just hold on to the back of your thighs. So holding the back of your thighs or outside edges of your feet for the happy baby pose. All right, let's take another breath here in our happy baby. And then we'll come into a ball again, curling up into a ball, and then exhaling, getting nice and long on our mat for our resting pose, Shavasana. All right. So today in Shavasana, let's put one hand on our heart and the other hand can be on top of that hand. We're going to take a breath in and bring our hands out. Take a breath out and bring our hands in. So it's like a beating heart. We're inhaling, our arms come out. Exhaling, our arms come in. Let's do that twice more. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time with our heart beating. In and out. And then we'll just be here in our Shavasana. let's bend and flex, sorry. Yeah, bend, we're flexing our feet, bringing our toes in and out. So flexing and pointing our feet a few times. Just laying here, flexing and pointing our feet, and then we'll bring our feet around in a circle, rotating our ankles, and then back the other way. Let's rotate our hands so you can be on your, with your elbows bent here, just rotating your hands around in a circle, and then the other way. And then let's open our fingers really big and open our toes really big at the same time. We'll close our fingers and curl our toes. Let's do that again. Opening really big and then closing. One more time, really big and closing. And then we'll come to our side. And then we'll come up to seated. All right. Let's bring our arms up again, taking our breath in, and we'll bring our hands down at our heart. We can give each other the greeting of Namaste. And thank you so much for coming to class. If you want, you can click the like button. And if you want, you can subscribe to my channel. All right, thank you everyone. See you next time. Bye now.